I mean, a clean audit, quite honestly, it's a simple thing. It means you're following the laws. It means you're reporting the way that you're supposed to be reporting, and that money is going where it's supposed to be going. It's that simple. There's nothing difficult about it. Why are you not able to get a clean audit?
I want to take you through the technicalities. By the way, part of the challenges why municipalities and departments are not able to get into the clean audit is because of prior years and irregular expenditures that has not been concluded with the investigations. So, as and when you are not proceeding in this in 2010, it will be carried over to the
and that
next
means your
financial
accountability ecosystem is failing.
The accountability systems are not failing because we are strengthening. We were under Section 100 because of the accountability systems. Now we are back on
If the case is still ongoing, it means you haven't held
I
anyone accountable. It's still ongoing.
For that matter, for the fact that we are able as provincial government to publish our transactions, to be able to adhere to the rule of law in terms accounting through the accounting officer and to auditor general. It shows that our systems, the machinery is being oiled. I mean, as a governing party, we are able to accede where challenges are. And that is why from time to time you have regulations that are from now and then has been assessed. For example, I mean, the issue of the instruction note. We accepted that there are challenges in terms of infrastructure procurements. We need to tighten the belt. When we do a quarterly expenditure performance assessment as Provincial Executive Council, actually, we even hold HODs accountable so that they are able to tell us that in terms of their recovery plan, how are they going to make sure that the time that they've lost without spending the budget, how are they going to do that? So we are very responsible government, and we care for the public first. Hence, we are holding different departments accountable, and I think that should be acknowledged on the work that we've done, especially on audit. By the way, in this past financial year, there is no department that is disclaimed by the Auditor General. We had 2 disclaimers. We have moved from the disclaimers. We are now, 10 of our departments are either on provincial treasury. We are marking now the 10 years of a clean audit. Hence, we say that we can't celebrate it. We must go together with our departments. And there's progress that has been registered. If you go department by department, you look into the audit paragraphs, you'll realize that, yes, there's work that has been done. And we are aggressively going towards the clean audit. Even in local government, we've started a 40-day response on audit action plan. Yeah. Because when we did the assessment in the support in line with Section 154, we have realized that municipalities are not taking advantage of the instrument, the tool, where they're able to track the audit findings in terms of the number of audits that the Auditor General has indicated. And by the way, by way of a resolution of council, these municipalities agreed to implement the Auditor General's findings through an audit action plan. And there's a web-enabled app that has been used whereby they can track that. So it's able to tell us at the Provincial Treasury that there's work that has not been done. When we picked that up, we immediately said that let us convene all the municipalities. We started with a joint Munimec together with the COCTA. Salga was invited, and we started saying, let us make sure that these municipalities will do an acceleration of the 40-day implementation of the audit action plan through a web, and because it's a system, it's a technical system that assists. It even empowers mayors to be able to track as to whether accounting officers are doing the
Let's bring in COCTA here a little bit on that, on the tracking of mayors, because I want to get your view as COCTA when you have this view and you're looking. And the last number was 8 of the 24 municipalities were placed, 22 were placed under administration. And it doesn't seem the administration is also working.
I'm not sure why are you saying it looks like administration is not working. We are making a lot of progress. Like I said at the beginning, we now have teams in all these municipalities. We are building capacity. In September this year, we started what we call the skills and qualifications audit. As we speak, 28 members of the team are in 18 municipalities. The last 4, they will be going to the last 4 this coming Monday. So we are in those municipalities, we are doing what is expected of us, and there's quite a lot of improvement. We are getting there.
What improvement? You were sitting in the meeting now in Khopan, and tell me how you felt as the MEC sitting, and your economic cluster says, no, we've put 8 dustbins there, We've planted fruit and vegetables there, and there is a whole police station that has been sitting for 10 years without water. There is a bus company that says we've got 50 buses, but half of them are not working. What improvement is there?
No. You are talking about our program, and that is the program of Thunza Lerole, of going to municipalities every Friday to ensure that service delivery is done. Now, all the things that you are raising, it's us who have identified those challenges, and it is us who are intervening to attend to those challenges that you are mentioning. Everywhere in the world, you will always have challenges, but if you have a caring government, that caring government will descend into that situation and resolve those particular challenges. We have said to the MEC of COSATMA that, for an example, your school buses, we can't have moving coffins. And that is why we are going to these municipalities to inspect those buses. Are they on the road? Are they roadworthy? If not, we must take them out of the road. And that's the exercise that we are doing all over this province. Tomorrow we'll be in Naledi with the same exercise. So this government is hard at work doing what is expected of us. But you will agree with me, Rome was never built on one day. Some of these challenges will always be there, but a caring government will always attend to these challenges. A population in each and every country is growing. Our population as we speak in the country is now 62 million. It means people are coming into townships, people are being born, and so on and so forth. So there will always be challenges which we must attend to, because you don't plan, for an example, that Mekosho tomorrow will have 4 kids and so on. You'll assume that Mekosho will have 1 kid, only to find that Mekosho has got 4 kids. And by the end of the day, you have 10 people when you have budgeted for 5. It means you then need to augment and ensure that you also cater for the extra 5.
Now, you spoke very strongly to your mayors to say, from now on, we don't want unqualified people occupying particularly key areas of delivery. How are you going to monitor that?
No, we are monitoring it. Firstly, I just told you that we are doing what is called the qualifications and skills audit. That's the first one. The second one, each and every municipality after interviews, when they appoint a person, they must send the details to the MEC of COCTA. We need to check as to whether does this person qualify or this person does not qualify. And if this person does not qualify, we return that thing. We simply tell them that we can't agree with the appointment of this person. Unfortunately, you'll have to re-advertise and get a person who have got the necessary or the relevant academic qualifications to be in this position. So COCTA is doing that work on a daily basis. The majority of municipalities will tell you as we speak that we have returned a number of their appointments. We said, no, this one does not qualify. Unfortunately, we can't agree. So that's the work that we are doing. So we have a team that is dedicated just to deal with quality assurance and ensure that any person who is employed or who is being appointed has got all these qualifications that we are talking about.
ABC, you were chairing, in fact, that meeting in Hopani, and when you heard of the police station that has had no water in 10 years, what actions did you take?
The district actually has also worked, the local municipality, to make sure that they follow through, they intervene. That's why we are in Thunza Lerole, and it's part of the district development model. By the way, a day before yesterday, we had Dengaka Modiro Lekgotla, convened by the district mayor, had invited, we call them champions in terms of the district development model. Myself and the MEC for Arts, we are being deployed by the Executive Council to be responsible for making sure that Ngaka Modiro Molema is able to provide services as a district with the 5 municipalities. So all the mayors were there except for Ramotshere because they had a council city. But however, their report was submitted. So we are intervening even at that. Issues at the top of our program is water interventions. So we will follow through that area. And I think with the interventions that the rollout of the water services in Ramotshere, it is part of the plan that is going to be done. So there is work. Even if you go to Tswaying, I can make an example in Tswaying. In Tswaying at the moment, I was in Geisdorp, last week Monday as an MEC for Finance. Yeah. Yes, and I've realized that even the water pipe burst that has been fixed, it's perpetually been bursting. And I've raised the matter sharply with the mayor. As we speak, they are doing interventions. The mayor this morning called me and said, MEC, be rest assured, your critics was correct. We are going back to Geisdorp to ensure that intervention.
What is happening in Ditsobotla? In fact, we were supposed to be there, but we chose to be here today because part of the things that we wanted to talk to you about is that community hall that is not being finished.
So you see, Ditsobotla is one of the municipalities that are in financial crisis. In the country, we are having 43 of those municipalities. And of the 43, 12 are in the Northwest. And as the Executive Council, we are very conscious about that. We have come to a conclusion that we must invoke Section 1395, subsection 1395 of the Constitution. And also, we are reading it together with Chapter 139 of the MFMA, whereby we are assisting municipalities to be able to develop financial recovery plans, which means these 12 municipalities have been adopting the unfunded budget. By implication of the unfunded budget, it means that commitments, as you do through the IDP processes, you are not able to provide those, respond to the commitments of the committees. And I think that the incomplete role is part of those challenges in Ditsobotla. In Ditsobotla, some of the creators even today, they have not yet been paid because there's no money. If you adopt an unfunded budget, it suggests that you don't have a budget to provide basic service to the communities. And that is why we've done this intervention together with COCTA, together with National DCOC, together with National Treasury, because the financial recovery services is actually the purview of the Minister of Finance. So he has directed the Executive Council to the Premier through the MEC of Finance that should be done. We have seconded a very highly competent and experienced person to stabilize this municipality. To be quite honest, politically, there's stability. There is now the interfacing of political interfacing with the administration, whereby now council, they know that they must hold administration accountable. We've sent about 28 experts, ourselves together with COCTA. We've sent people there to go and assist the municipality. It's a long journey, by the way. It's just like someone who's been terminally ill, then as and when he recovers, gradually he's get to the right time. But we are quite confident that we are going to turn the situation around. Yes, there are challenges in Ditsobotla, but we must note that this adoption of an unfunded budget has happened over time. From 2016, municipality adopting an unfunded budget. And when you adopt an unfunded budget as a municipality, you must have a funding plan that you take through the council. The council must adopt that, and as it has adopted it, you must be able to comply with. If you don't comply with that, you'll face the same situation that is faced by Ditsobotla. And today they're finding it difficult also just to fund their own salaries. So that is why we are providing this support. Technical experts are there, and we have covered this not only around your finance. A financial recovery plan speaks to the whole ecosystem, your institutional capacity, your governance capacity, your BTO, which is your finance capacity, and that is able to position the service delivery program. So we are on course to ensure that we get the systems into order, we sanitize the process, we ensure that the governance structures are strengthened, whereby council must hold administration accountable. So we have provided a full support in making sure that all the 4 pillars of local government are being enhanced, are being strengthened.
Unfortunately, we're out of time. Let's leave it there. Much appreciated. We've heard from the mayors who are of the affected municipalities. We've heard from opposition parties, and we've heard from the provincial executive MEC for COCTA Nana Malloy, as well as MEC for Finance, Mtlalipula Hosho.